quiet place deep in my heart, you will see I am never far away.
Hey there everyone, welcome to my weekly messages. I'm Jalailah Star. Today the topic is Alone but Never Alone, When Guides Don't Speak. This topic came as a result of a session that I've had recently with someone who wanted to know why their guide seemed to be absent, and it was in the middle of a very trying time, and they had been asking to communicate, and nothing was coming, and so they thought they had been abandoned and betrayed and all these feelings. And after almost 20 years of doing this, I totally understand. But this is what I wanted to share with you, is that it happens during a mission. And it can happen for more than one reason. And the amount and the type, the reasons vary depending on the situation. But what I've learned over all these years is that there's at least three, let's just say the most common reasons why guides won't talk when we're in the during our mission. So I want to kind of detail those for you. The first one is a test. And when we, okay, let me back up for a second. When you go through your mission, okay, there are phases to a mission, and then there are assignments within each phase that you complete to get through your entire mission. So you can have numerous phases and numerous assignments. Anyway, anytime you get ready for a new assignment, you're always going to go through some kind of a training to prepare for that, if you don't already have the skills or have cleared whatever you need to be able to give you the best chance of succeeding in that upcoming assignment. So in these times, we call it a test. You will always get the training you need prior to it, and then they'll step back, just like when you go through a test in school. You get all the preparation, all the training, all the education ahead of time, and then you're handed your test paper, and your teacher will step back and be silent, right? They don't talk during your test. Well, it's no different in a mission and during a test to prepare for training. Prepare for a new assignment. So that is the first reason. The second reason is that, I call it, we're just determined to do it our own way. Now, if you read Mission Remembered, I went through a pretty painful and humiliating experience, not to mention embarrassing experience, where I was determined to do it my way. And it involved, trance channeling versus conscious channeling, which is what I do now. I couldn't give up the trance channeling. I had this fear that of taking responsibility for what came through. As long as I was trance channeling, I didn't have to take responsibility. I'm like, well, I'm not there. I don't know what's going on. Oh yeah, that was pretty bad in front of 60 people. Anyway, you'll read about it in Mission Remembered. In these situations, when we refuse to see the change that needs to occur to move forward with the mission, the guides will just let us hit the wall, let us fall on our face, whatever it takes to get us to the point where we're willing to change. And usually there will be some degree of pain of different types, whatever is required, to get us to finally say, okay, I give up. What is it you want me to do? What is it you want me to see? Sometimes we just don't see it. Even though the clues have been there, even though they have urged us, they have made it apparent, they've said it to somebody else, who said it to us, we see it on a billboard, we read it in a book, all the signs, and we're just we don't see them. So and it's usually our fear that will block us from seeing it. So anyways, they know they can't move forward, so they just step back. In both of these particular cases, the guides aren't gone. They've just stepped back. They're still there. They're still watching. They're still observing. They're still caring. They're around. They're just not talking. So then there's a third reason. And the third reason is a guide change. Now, people will usually feel this as a huge absence. Like, I felt them around for years, and now they're gone. Well, guides change when we have outgrown them. Guides are experts, shall we say. They're professionals, and each guide has a field of expertise, or two or three. And they will come and they will work with us and until we've accomplished whatever it is that we wanted to accomplish with them, and then they will move on and help somebody else. So it's no different, going back to the school analogy, of you graduate from one class to the next, or you complete a class and you move on. You don't keep the same teacher. So that's what's going on. Usually these changes in guides will occur, you'll get a new contact within 30 days. Sometimes it takes longer. And then there are times when people go, I haven't heard from a guide in a long time. Well, usually the guide has already appeared, but they're not able to connect with us because we're used to a different energy signature, a different feeling, so to speak, with our guides. And so we're not recognizing the energy signature of the new guide. In fact, many of my clients that I've worked with who come to me because of this issue of no guides, many times it's unknowingly it's at the prompting of the new guide who is trying to make contact, but they're just, they're sending the signal, but we're not picking it up. So these are the three main reasons I find that guides don't speak. Now, but, the thing is that they're always there, even in the test, even when we're trying to do it our way and they let us fall on our face. They're always there. They're always caring. They're always loving. They're cheering us on. They feel our pain. And at the same time, when we do get through it, they are there to celebrate. They are our biggest cheerleaders, our biggest fans. So you may feel alone, but truly you're never alone, because even though the guides don't speak, they're always there. You're never completely without. All right. Hope that helps you. If you have some issues with your guides, or you're just trying to understand where you are in your mission, I am available. And also, Read Mission Remembered. I mean, it's an excellent experience. I mean, it's an excellent example. I can't even talk today, of what it's like to go through a mission from the beginning to the end. So it's kind of like a handbook for any Starseed light worker who is really on their mission now, or trying to get onto their mission. It'll give you an idea of what you're in for. Okay, that's it for this week. See you next week.
I'm here for you.